Teresita Angsi. She's here joining us to give us a different perspective of that hearing the Senate, which pinagpiesta ng social media. Clips of the interview have been all over our feed. They've been, I guess, all in the spirit of fun or whatever. But Miss Tessie Angsi seems to be a little concerned about the direction that this investigation is taking. Good afternoon, Miss Tessie Angsi. Thank you for joining the Storycon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Patrick and Ronald. Haven't seen you for a long time. And Ami, of course.
Good afternoon,
Good
Tessie.
afternoon, Miss Angsi.
So, Miss Angsi, where you think we're going a bit too far? The Senate investigation is going a bit too far.
Yeah, I don't think you should say that I'm giving a different voice. I think many of my comments are echoed among many of my friends, no, na bakit lumihis yung investigasyon sa Senado. I mean, it started with an investigation with Pogo, which we really welcome. I was a resource person in many hearings in the Senate where I asked that we should really totally ban Pogo. But now, naging sarsuela. I mean, it's very irritating to see our senator with so many national problems going below decency and digging out dirt, digging out about boyfriend, ng kasambahay, and all these things.
Tessie, tingin mo kailan nangyari yung ganong klaseng paglihis? At sino yung concern dun sa ganong klaseng paglihis? When was that moment?
Sorry, Ronald, hindi kasi ako nag-follow talaga. Na, huli na nung nag-follow ako, it was already towards the end when they were talking about the citizenship, about kasambahay, news about her lifestyle, and all this tearjerker, mga drama and sarsuela, ang tawag ko dyan, ano? Deliberate ba na nilihis? I do not know, no? But I'm concerned because suddenly the Pogo disappeared from the investigation. Suddenly it went into talking about her lifestyle and then asking her to speak in Mandarin and in Hokkien. What for? Matata siya mag-Tagalog. Ang galing ng Tagalog niya, ng Filipino niya. But you are questioning if she is Filipino or not. Ngayon, pinagsalita ninyo ng Hokkien at Mandarin. Kung matata siya mag-Hokkien at Mandarin, sasabihin ko, conclude ba ninyo na Chinese siya? Well, my comment there is that she speaks Mandarin and Hokkien with a very local intonation. Local sa aming Chinoy, no? Hindi yan China accent. But do I conclude na hindi siya galing sa China? No, I cannot conclude that. But it's ridiculous to be asking this kind of questions. Ronald and Patrick, you speak English very well, but I cannot conclude that you are Americans. So these are the things that I really don't like. What I'm seeing in Senate investigations like this.
Tama yung sabi mo, Tessie, no? Delikado na baka mag-deteriorate into in xenophobia. Pero di ba nakatulong din si Mayor Go na buhusan ng gasolina yung apoy? Di ba yung kanyang mga sagot or non-question or non-answer ay nakatulong din na mag-deteriorate yung investigation? Yung kanyang interviews about yung kanyang telenovela na buhay. Di ba nakadagdag yan yung binabanggit mo?
Yes.
Oo.
Kasi pinakita yung masalimuot na buhay ni Alice ko, no? Kaya nga, sabi ko, bakit hindi i-focus mo ang investigation? Which government agency is empowering these things to happen? No? Nangyari na. Tapos nakakatawa, sabi daw ng PSA at ano pa yun, yung local registrar, hihigpitan ang pagkuha ng birth certificate at yung mga NSO. Isa si Alice ko, nagkamali kayo. Kung sino man na nagkamali, binigyan ninyo ng ganyang klaseng registration, and now you want to penalize the big majority for your failure in one, or let's say sabihin na 10 ang nagkamali kayo tapos bigla ipe-penalize ninyo, no? It's difficult enough to get PSO and PSA pa, di ba? PSA and birth certificate and everything, and to have it changed. Kwento ko sa inyo, yung kuya ko, mag-80 years old na yan, pinanganak yan wartime. Hanggang ngayon, despite so many efforts to change his year of birth, hindi mapalitan. Kaya itong huli, since he had to apply for a passport, sabi ko, gamitin mo na lang yung mali, hindi bali na, huwag na nating i-correct. Tayo naman lang ang nakakaalam because ipinanganak siya December 1944, tapos March 1945, in 4 months ipinanganak yung sister ko. Sabi ko, mali talaga, but he was not able to correct it because it's very difficult. Now what I'm saying is, which government agency made the mistake, empowered her to have it easy and have her late registration and everything, no? Bakit hindi doon naka-focus, no? Ang focus ninyo ngayon, eto na nga, yung masalimuot na buhay ni Alice Go.
Miss Angsi, itong investigation kay Alice Go, it comes on the heels of the investigation as well on Chinese students in Cagayan. And you also spoke out about that issue. Are you feeling a growing sense of xenophobia in the Philippines?
Not just xenophobia, I think it is a deliberate anti-China and anti-Chinese narrative, no, that is being peddled on the public, on the unknowing public. Mga students daw as spies. Sa Pilipinas, kahit nga first family, walang maitago na sekreto. Anong espiya ang gagawin nila dun sa sinasabi nila EDCA site? Ikaw nga, Ami, tsaka ako, kung papasok doon, makakapasok tayo ng ganun lang. And then students, ang kawawa doon, you penalize the students who are graduating, who studied in a very good school. ISO certified ang St. Paul University. But the PhD students who are about to graduate are lamenting. Nakausap ko yan. They're lamenting. Nasiraan ang school nila. Anong mangyayari sa title nila kahit mag-graduate na sila ng PhD na ginapang nila for 5 years. And then just to be shut down, saying that their school is accepting this kind of students. The head of the Foreign Student Council is from India. The treasurer is from United States. There were Koreans, there are Indians, there are Pakistani in that school. Hindi naman Chinese lang. Mas marami lang ang Chinese. Kasi yan ang school na masipag and went to sell the student enrollment, foreign student enrollment in China. And then pinakita nila na ISO certified sila, maganda ang programa nila. I talked with the PhD student in China, tinawagan ako. Sabi niya, I go to the university school 3 times a year, no, just to face my panel kung merong i-present na paper, correction sa dissertation and these things, no. So he said, does it mean that my name appeared 3 times? So naging 3 yung foreign student na Chinese, no? Because I went there 3 times this year. So bakit hindi pag-aralan? Tulad ng tanong ni Ronald kanina, bakit hindi muna mag-research? Ang laki ng budget ng Senate, bakit hindi muna kaninyo ini-research? Ano ba ang nangyari? Bakit kailangan ibunyag sa publiko yung masalimuot na buhay ni Alice Go at na-divert ngayon, naging parang xenophobia, racism, anti-Chinese narrative. Meron pa nga akong nakita, mainstream media yan, TV, ang sabi daw, kita mo yung mga bar top-notcher, mga bar and board top-notcher, panay mga monosyllabic surname, kasi maraming Chinese students dito. Hindi ka nag-research muna, you cannot take board exam or bar exam, you're not a Filipino citizen. Kaya nga na-ban, bakit merchant community ang Chinoy community? Because the professionals are banned from taking board exam, teacher's exam, bar exam, if you are not Filipino citizen. So, nag-iiba yung narrative . yung summa cum laude natin ngayon sa Yale, no? Graduate sa Pilipinas, napakagaling. And then you are bashing na hindi naman siya Pilipino. Hindi ba dati lagi natin hine-headline, Math Olympiad, wizards, math wizards, panay Chinoy yan. But we claim them as Filipino. We claim them as an honor for the Philippines. Bakit ngayon, summa cum laude ng Ivy League University, questionin mo ang na hindi siya Pilipino? Hindi nga marunong mag-Chinese na matatas yan? No, people like me, we were born here, we grew up here. Si Alice ko, kung Pilipino siya at i-deport mo sa China, sino kukuk dyan? Kung talagang dito siya, I'm not saying na mali yung mga investigation. Sana mag-research muna sila, pag-aralan muna sila kaysa ibandera nila. Bakit? Dahil mag-e-election na naman yata, no? Pero hindi naman yata kasama Senate sa election. But all of these things really are very irritating because we have many national problems that we should be addressing.
Ms. Angsi, geopolitics aside, I mean, help us understand for those of us in faraway Manila, no, we're far from Cagayan, we don't know what's happening on the ground, we're far from Bamban Tarlac, we don't really know what's happening on the ground. So for us, the geopolitics aside, help us understand why there seems to be a proliferation, for example, of a POGO facility or a Chinese facility in a small town like Bamban.
When Xi Jinping came for the first state visit of the China president here in 2016, number 4 in his agenda is to discuss with President Duterte about total banning of POGO because China is suffering a lot from all of this POGO because of capital flight, because of money laundering, because it gives a very bad image because of the association of POGOs with human trafficking and all these problems. Number 4 sa agenda yan, but it was immediately shut down because they said the Philippines cannot do it because we earn a lot from the POGO business and our real estate will suffer and all these things. No? In the Senate hearing, I said no. If we ban POGO and totally close down POGO, investments there, no? People like to go to POGO because it's easy money, madaling pagkakitaan. Sabi ko, yung pera na earmark for POGO will go to more productive enterprises that we need, that our Filipino workers need, no? Magtayo sila ng small manufacturing, let's say in Cagayan, no? In Tarlac and Bamban Tarlac, build small manufacturing concerns, then you hire even more Filipinos so that they don't need to go abroad, no? And we depend on remittances. Kaya nakakatakot talaga kasi meron tayong problema, nag-create tayo ng mas malaking problema para i-solve yung mga problema.
Okay, so Ms. Angsi, you're saying that this is not geopolitics, this is simply economics.
I think they're conflating the geopolitics with all of these local domestic problems. No, it's not just that. It's not as simple as that. Parang yung narrative talaga is going towards anti-China. Fortunately, no, up to now, kasi tinanong din ako tungkol dyan sa the Chinoys do not really suffer from all of these things. So, buti naman. When we coined the term Chinoy to mean Chinong Pinoy, Pinoy in identity but racially Chinese in origins and racial Chinese ang heritage, when we coined it, it's precisely because we want to separate, pag sinabi mo kasing Chinese POGO, Chinese na crime, ganon, from the local Chinoy. It's not being divisive, no? It's parang practicality na use Chinong Pinoy, to refer to the locals. So parang hindi sila damay-damay dito sa mga nangyayari ngayon, no? So si Alice ko, Chinoy ba siya? Mukha, no? Mukhang Chinoy siya kasi her Hokkien and her Mandarin speaking accent is very local. Hindi siya imported na Chinese, no? We can understand that. But siyempre, as I said, no, hindi naman pwedeng i-conclude na ganyan. Like, ngayon nga, matata siyang mag-Filipino, pero ayaw nating i-conclude na Filipino rin siya, no? So, despite her insistence. So, yun yung mga, siguro, hindi ko rin maintindihan bakit nangyayari itong mga anti-Chinese narratives na like the students, like ito na nga, no, yung mga human trafficking ng mga pogo, hindi lang human trafficking, yung mga ibang crimes like kidnapping. Meron kami hinaharap ngayon sa korte, dalawa, no, na cases of kidnapping ng hindi naman kasi pogo worker, pero nadamay-damay at na-kidnap din, ano? And these things are happening. So, siguro panawagan na rin na i-focus ninyo sa total ban sa pogo. At marami tayong problema na masosolve with that.
Okay.
Miss Angsi, I know that you've written about it, pero pakiulit na lang yung tingin nyo. Kasi ang direksyon ng Senate investigation, may suspicion nga daw kasi na yung pogo yung ibang pogo ang ginagamit for spying ng Beijing. What do you think of that theory?
Beijing doesn't need these pogo workers. Hindi nga sila nakakalabas, no? How do you say that they can spy, no? So are we admitting that our firewalls, our cyber and parang tsaka ano yung i-spyan nila? Hindi ko maintindihan. How can pogo na hirap na nga sila because they work, I think, 12 to 15 hours a day. So saan pa sila magkakaroon ng time to spy on what? Everything is an open book. Kung ilan ang binili nating armas, kung anong binili nating yung new battleship and everything is on the media. Parang ano pang i-spy mo? At sa Pilipinas, wala namang sekreto na dapat mo pang i-spy, no? Anong mga intelligence information ang sinasabi mong kailangan kunin ng pogo? It showed that you really have a failure of intelligence. Yung mga nagsasabi ng ganyan, may sarili silang failure of their own intelligence.
Ginagamit daw for hacking, yung to hack government agency websites. Yun ang suspicion lang naman. What do you think of that?
Then address it, no? In fact, siguro it's time to really work very closely with China to stop all of these kinds of hacking, because China itself is also suffering from things like this hacking problems, nangyayari, mga AI na cloning and everything, no? That's why I said you don't solve a problem by creating an even bigger problem. China is very interested to work with us closely on how to safeguard cybercrime. Anong mapapala ng China na maghahack sila, ang government nila maghahack saan? Anong intelligence ang makukuha ng China from us? No? Beijing doesn't need to do that because there are no secrets. Lahat naman nasa media, lahat ng marites na kailangan makukuha nila kung gusto nila, that they don't have to use this kind of hacking. So who are doing this hacking? These are criminals. And we are showing them that by diverting attention to our real problems and saying na iba yung naghahack, hindi natin masosolve yung problema natin. So we work closely with them. They have offered to work closely with us to identify saan ba nangyagaling itong mga hacking na yan and how do we close our doors, our back doors to prevent this kind of hacking. No? Siguro, yan yung pag-isipan natin kasi nakakatawa that even our experts doon sa cyber nung nagpa-interview, sinabi walang kakayahan, mga ganon. Diyan pa lang in public, sinabi mo na wala kang kakayahan to address itong mga complicated na problems, no? So anong sekreto ang gusto mong i-mine ng mga outsiders? So, kung ikaw mismo nag-a-admit ka na ang mga local agencies natin walang capacity Eh di, yung mga enterprising diyan, sila nga siguro ang mag-a-attend, no? Kasi sinabi mo
yes.
na wala silang kakayahan.